Hello, this is Ben from nerdballoon.com. Since I started the In Retro series, I've had a bunch of people email me asking where they can get those old Atari ST games. So I wanted to make this video just to point out a few sources that are tried, tested, and true for me as far as getting backups of those old classics. The first link I want to throw out there will be it's actually a German FTP site.
Oktoberfest!
If you go to the server welcome message, it says it's the Technical University of Berlin Department of Computer Science FTP site. So that's pretty cool, and I can vouch for this one. I remember back in 2000 or 2001, I was downloading the games, my Atari ST games from here, the compact discs. So what you want to do is just you either put in that full address or this one here. Find pub for public, Atari, games with a lower g, not a capital G, lowercase g. And here we go. So here are five of the, like, what you have to understand about Atari games, at least what's available on the internet, is you can download individual games, but for the most part, you will download a compact disc, which will contain a menu and will probably have 3 to 5 games on it. Now, these are 5 folders of 5 of the main pirate groups, or cracker or packer groups, whatever you want to call them, back in the 80s, early 90s, that would release games onto the black market for the Atari ST. So you have Automation, Cynics, Debug, Flames of Finland, and the Medway Boys. Now, there was a lot more groups than just these 5, but within these 5 groups, you will probably be able to collect 70%, 80% of every game ever released for the Atari ST. And there were, according to the little green desktop over at atari.st, there was over 2,500 games made for the Atari ST, so 80% of that is pretty decent, just with this one source, this one FTP site. So we'll go into Automation, and so you can imagine here's 512 compact discs with, could be 3 to 8 games per disc on it, so that's a pretty good chunk right there. The other pirate groups, cracker groups, not quite as many discs. Medway Boys, I think, has over 100. So basically what I'm saying here is just this one link here will allow you to download pretty much the entire Atari ST library. And like I said, it's been around since 2000, so I imagine it'll be around for another decade. So, which is pretty cool. It's always there when you need it. Okay, another link I want to bring up is Lee's Atari Shrine at this URL here. If you don't want to go through the trouble of downloading games, or if you feel that you really want the full library, 100%, you can email him and he'll send you a DVD of his entire collection. So that's another option. And but another good resource on this guy's site is, if you go to discs, he has a list of all the cracker groups here on the site, and after you download all the Automation discs, for example, you can go and see what is actually on each disc instead of going through each one individually, which would be impossible, really. So what I do is I save this page here as HTML file or a text file or something, so I can refer back to it offline. Um, so once you get your games, it's probably a better idea to download a appropriate um, emulator first. The emulator that I use is the Steam emulator, and you can download a copy here. And after you install it, you'll need an image of the operating system, which you can find on their download page. So I download uh, both of these. Sometimes the game won't work on one or the other, so it's best to download both of these. And so once you download the Steam engine, have it running, this is what a typical menu will look like. So like I said, there's more than one game per compact disc. This is CD number 97. It's got Dungeon Master Oid's 3D Pool. And then a toggle here. Not 100% sure what that's all about. Now, you can download individual games, of course. However, I find sites like thehouseofgames.net, they don't exactly have a complete library. They're hit and miss. So I still recommend going to the FTP site. Another thing, after downloading Steam, if you forget the FTP URL, you can go to this information button here, and the link is right here in the links tab. So you can just click it and it brings you straight to the FTP site. I recommend using Internet Explorer 6. I just find it easier to browse FTP sites using it instead of this here is Google Chrome. So anyway, so that's it. Hope this was of some help. By the way, this is my first HD video on YouTube, which is pretty cool. It's just my desktop. It's not really anything special, but it's HD, so that's kind of cool. All right, talk to you later. Bye.